So what is your name?
My name's Johanna Bishop.
Johanna. Why did you take part in the campaign of Israel, Johanna?
I took part of the campaign because when I came to the church, I had £15,000 of debt, which quickly spiraled to over 20,000. I had credit card debts, I had a loan.
Where were these debts coming from?
Credit cards, from a personal loan, money that I'd built up during my university career.
So some of this money had to be borrowed,
yeah,
but others didn't.
No.
Or the other part of this money was you spending it uncontrollably, if you can say that.
Yeah, that's right.
So when you came to the church, you had how much in debt?
It was about 15,000.
15,000 in debt.
Between myself and my sister, and then it...
And no prospect of paying it off?
No, no, none whatsoever, which then quickly spiraled to about 20,000.
And were you working at that moment?
Yes, I was working. Yeah.
So why did you take part in the campaign? And because if what you wanted was to pay off this debt, so you should hold on to every money you had and put it down to pay the debt.
Yeah.
But you decided to take part in the campaign.
Yeah,
what did you do as a sacrifice?
For me, I decided that I was going to give something. Actually, first what happened is I took part in one campaign and I didn't do a real sacrifice. So I gave something that I thought was a sacrifice, but it wasn't. I held on to something because I thought I heard other people's sacrifices and I heard their testimonies, but I thought, oh my gosh, if I give all of that, how am I going to live? How am I going to do everything?
But did anyone force you to do that?
No.
So you heard them speaking how the things changed for them. And you wanted what they had, but you didn't want to do what they did.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly right, yeah.
So then it didn't work for you.
It didn't work. I didn't see any changes.
But then at this time you decided to go all the way.
Yeah, so another campaign came along and I decided, no, I need to come out of this situation. So at the time I had a car, it was a very old car, but I depended on it for work. I needed to use it to go back and forth, but I said, I'm going to sacrifice it. So I tried to sell it and nobody wanted to buy it because it was a banger, basically. And I'd made a vow. I had some more money that I'd give, as part of my sacrifice. I'd taken my wages, I cleared my bank account, but I wanted to do the car as well. So on the day of the sacrifice, I hadn't sold the car, but I hadn't been driving it through that period when I said...
From the moment you decided that that would be part of your sacrifice, you stopped driving it.
I stopped driving it and I had to rely on public transport, which I'm not very good at. But on the day, I presented what I had and I said to God, when I have the rest, I'm going to give it to you, and I'm still not going to drive the car during this period. So I kept seeking to sell the car, and I did, and I sold it for more than it was worth. So a couple of weeks later, without telling anybody, I went and I presented the rest of the sacrifice. After that...
You said something very interesting, because the sacrifice is not given when you bring. It is given when you promise. The day that you say, I'm going to do this, it's already given to God, right? You bring, some people bring a little bit earlier than the others bring a little bit later, but it's given the day that you promise to give it to God. So in other words, you did something very interesting. You could have been driving the car until you had sold it, but the moment you said, this will be part of my sacrifice, then you stop driving it, which means it's already not mine anymore, right?
Yes, that's right.
Then what happened after this?
So after this, the family has received a financial blessing, which enabled me to pay off my debts.
It was what, an inheritance? Or?
Yeah, we got some money.
That you're not expecting?
No, we weren't expecting it at all, so it enabled myself and my sister to pay off our debts. At the end of last year, I was able to buy a brand new Mercedes, which I wasn't expecting to do, but I kept saying to God, my sacrifice that I gave, I'm relying on public transport now, help, show me what you can do. So,
and you managed to do that through the money that you received?
Yeah.
So it was a big amount?
Yeah.
So you paid off your debts, your sister paid off her debts, you bought a new Mercedes.
Yeah.
not that old car anymore.
No, not the old car anymore. And then just to kind of finally top it off recently, I wanted to progress in my career as well, so that was part of the financial sacrifice as well. And I had a meeting with the head of my school. I'm a teacher, and he called me. Well, I'd had a meeting planned, and he called me to come and speak to him. And before the meeting started, he said, "Oh, Johanna, I want to talk to you about something." And I thought actually I was meant to do something that I hadn't done, and I thought he was going to speak to me about that. So I was bracing myself for that. And
so you're expecting the worst.
Yeah. And he said, actually, there's an opportunity that has come up that I would like to offer you. There's a local school that are looking for a deputy head teacher, and I've put your name forward. The job is yours if you want it. You know, go away and think about it. And I sat there for about a minute, trying not to smile, and then thought, no, this is what I've been looking for. I'd actually been dressing a different way at work. People kept saying, "Why are you dressing like that?" And I kept saying, "I'm going to be the head teacher. I'm going to be the head teacher." So I accepted the job on the spot. I didn't have to interview for it. I didn't have to apply for it. And in January, I start my new job.
So does the campaign work?
It definitely works.
But you worked when you do it right.
Yes.
So now you are a head teacher.
A deputy
head teacher, and you're going to be one soon.
Yeah, I'm going to be the head.
Debt-free in driving a Mercedes.
Yes.
Very different than when you came to the church.
Yes.
Right?
Definitely.
Thank you very much. God bless you, okay? Thank you.